Good evening, Belize, and welcome to XTV's news broadcast for Tuesday, December 16, 2025. Making the headlines tonight, Elton Bennett formally announced as CEO of Home Affairs. Jeremy Enriquez challenges dismissal of judicial misconduct complaint against judge. And PM says a special envoy for oil and gas post is unpaid. We take our first break and return with the news in detail.
It's an massive season with massive deals and rewards at Penny's. From now through December 31st, earn double B-Bucks on store-wide purchasing every Saturday. That's right, 2 times the B-Bucks, which means 2 times the cash back when shopping at Penny's. Plus, get even more rewards with B-Bucks Builders on home goods, tiles, appliances, paints, and lights. And don't forget, there's also massive deals and discounts on tiles and the best brands in paints like Benjamin Moore and BH. Rewards, deals, B-Bucks. You can get it all this massive season only at Penny's. Quality and savings.
Need to submit your sickness benefit claim online and have a physical medical certificate? Here's how you can do it. First, go to ssbportal.org.bz and log into your My Social Security account. Next, on your dashboard, click Benefits and choose Forms. Review the requirements, then click Continue to proceed. Click Apply under Sickness Benefit to start your claim. Review and confirm your banking information. If it is not correct, select No and follow the steps to update your banking details. If your banking information is correct, select Yes. Next, if your illness is not related to an injury at work, select No and proceed to upload your medical certificate. Select your claim period and confirm your employer details. Read the declarations and click each to agree. Click Submit and you're done. A confirmation email will be sent to you. Your employer will also receive an email with your claim details and a request for your salary information. If needed, submit your sickness benefit claim online and receive real-time status updates.
One of the reasons I applied for a credit card at Atlantic Bank was because I travel a lot. I'm always going here and there and everywhere, and having that card made my life so much easier. I could literally charge everything. I had no issues. I don't have to worry about carrying money, and that has been one of the most effective points. Using my Atlantic Bank credit card has improved my life drastically. I learned to budget properly, the online service that it gives, the features that it has, and also knowing that when I'm shopping online, it has a protective feature for it. Having an Atlantic Bank credit card, especially having 2 sons that are always wanting something. They want to shop here and they want to shop there. The good part about it is I get to look at Atlantic online to see where my spending is and to make sure I'm staying in budget.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
This holiday season, stay connected across borders with Smarts Mexico and now USA roaming bundles. Available now through December 31st. Enjoy 4,096 megabytes of roaming data for only $27 or other packages for as low as $8. Staying home for the holidays? Sign up for a postpaid plan and get a Samsung A16 for as low as $190 or Samsung A26 for $315. Or pick up devices without a plan, starting at $100 for our GST weekend special. And this December, text to win. Simply text WIN to 438 for your chance to win big. Each entry is just $1 of prepaid credit. More entries mean more chances to win daily prizes like fuel vouchers, groceries, and more, leading to our big giveaway week, December 15th to 24th. We're giving away amazing prizes like fridge, TV, stove. And on December 24th, the grand prize of $5,000 will be announced. These deals won't last long, so make the smart switch today. Travel more, share more, and save more with Smart. Smart, bringing people together.
It's Christmas time at Brothers Habet and Habet, and we have some great gifts for you, like our signature 15% off all Berger, Penta, and domestic paints, and 30 to 40% off selected and discontinued colors. 15% off all power tools, 20 to 30% off select tiles, 20 to 65% off light fixtures, and 40% off sunlight windows and mirrors. Also, GST free days on December 6th and 20th. Plus, for every $50 you spend, get a chance to win a $500 gift certificate in our 12 Days of Christmas giveaway. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from all of us at Brothers Habet and Habet.
You've chosen the path of grit and determination. You've chosen to have an attitude that against all odds, you'll get the job done. And that is the culture we need in the police department.
Discipline is doing the things you hate, but doing it like you love it. From there, it becomes a natural growth process. You won't need to seek it anymore because it's already become a part of your fiber. It is who you are. In life, as future PTIs, many situations will present a challenge. With resilience, great courage, determination, strength, comes great success.
Your newfound knowledge, your expertise will directly enhance the physical preparedness and the tactical resilience of our officers, ensuring that they are equipped to face the demand of our duty.
Take this rejuvenated culture back to your units and let it spread like wildfire throughout the department. The police department is trending in the right direction. Now listen to the Naizin on the market. The police department is trending in the right direction.
This a trend, New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Cream New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Cream New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Cream New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. From the border to the boulevard, physical fit. On to mahogany, strength in a it. Big up the farmer champions, them we do it. But who take the crown in a 2026? This a creme New Year's Day cycling classic. Straight to Belize from the northern district. To win this race, every cyclist dream. They make them boast, them take the sugar and cream. This a creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream.
It's the Creme New Year's Day Cycling Classic. All top-class riders hit the pavement for the start of the cycling calendar. Thursday, January 1st, it's the Creme New Year's Day Cycling Classic.
This a Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream, 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 cream.
Welcome back with your news. I am Drea Espinosa. The Office of the Prime Minister today formally announced the appointment of Elton Bennett, Commandant of the Belize Coast Guard, as Chief Executive Officer in the Ministry of Home Affairs and Enterprise, led by Minister Oscar Mira. His swearing-in was conducted by the Deputy Governor General, Stuart Leslie. A brief release from the PM's office says Bennett has served Belize with distinction for 3 decades and took command of the Coast Guard in 2019. It adds, quote, "It is anticipated that his appointment will greatly enhance and advance the work of the Ministry of Home Affairs and Enterprise," end quote. Bennett says the new role will be like second nature to him. He met with the Commissioner of Police, Dr. Richard Rosado, this afternoon. The Compo outlined ongoing initiatives and the strategic priorities of the Belize Police Department. Bennett today told Creme News XTV it will be a challenging assignment, but he is prepared and well suited for it, having gained extensive leadership and management experience in his former post.
You have to understand and appreciate the mindset of a public officer, the mindset of a military officer, that we are here to serve. To answer your question, the same reason why 28 years ago I decided to join up in the Belize Defense Force. I want to serve my country. And that was the same thought process that led me towards accepting this appointment. I want to serve my country. And wherever the Prime Minister, they ask for me to serve, then that's where I go, and I do so with pride and honor. And so I'm very grateful for this opportunity to have been considered for this assignment, and I energetically accepted the assignment, and I commenced work immediately. So it's not as though it's a foreign duty. It's not as though it's something that I'm not familiar with. Being in a senior leadership capacity for many years has certainly prepared me for an assignment like this. So I look forward to this new challenge.
We asked Bennett how we would navigate his role at a time of low public trust in the police department and how he intends to counter political influence that could compromise legal integrity.
Well, that's nothing new. As mentioned, I was commanding one of our armed forces for the past 6 years and was the vice commandant for 10 years prior to that. I'm very well exposed to the political realm. I understand the importance of maintaining integrity to ensure that those who I have to work with are told exactly and they are aware of where I stand in terms of my integrity and professionalism. And I do intend to keep that. So it's not as though I'm in a position that I'm not familiar with. I've been reporting to a minister, I've been interacting with ministers for many years. I've served in many different high-level capacities at the National Security Council and elsewhere. So I take this job moving in the right direction, maintaining my professionalism and ensuring that the members of the different departments that fall under this ministry understands that there is high expectations that the entire ministry and those in the ministry are held to account, and that there is proper oversight in the day-to-day action of administration at the ministerial level.
Are you concerned that you will be working with a commissioner of police? That's the person leading the police department within your ministry, whose integrity has in fact been questioned and has led to some erosion of public trust in the department?
If I am concerned that I'm working with the commissioner of police, my concerns are in line with what the government wants to achieve and what the people of Belize expects and demand and deserves. I will ensure that I work with the commissioner of police to achieve our departmental and ministerial objectives. We take it one step at a time.
As a result of Bennett's transition, there will have to be new command at the Coast Guard, with Lieutenant Gregory Sabaranis positioned as his successor. Redistricting claimant Jeremy Enriquez is challenging the decision of the Judicial and Legal Services Commission to dismiss his April 2025 judicial misconduct complaint against High Court Justice Tawanda Hondoura. The complainant arose from comments that Enriquez says an associate of his attorney, Anan Ramlogan, overheard from the judge during a break in the hybrid court session. The judge was addressing an application for an injunction to stop the March 12 general elections this year for want of a long overdue redistricting exercise to address severely malapportioned electoral divisions. The junior associate said the judge told the person on the receiving end of a phone call that he had already decided to dismiss the application and intended to teach both Enriquez and his attorney a lesson. When challenged about it in court, Hondoura told Ramlogan his information was patently incorrect. He then refused the injunction application on technical and procedural grounds. In an application for judicial review against the JLSC's decision, Enriquez argues that the decision of the commission chaired by the Chief Justice was, quote, irrational, illegal, and unfair, particularly as no reasons were provided for the dismissal. He is asking the High Court to quash the decision and have the complaint be remitted back to the commission for the reconsideration in line with the court's findings. Effective October 1 this year, attorney David Morales began serving as Belize's first special envoy for oil and gas. The appointment was gazetted in November and will last 3 years. Morales, who is cousin to the Prime Minister, will serve under the Ministry of Economic Transformation. The official explanation is that he has been in the industry for over 20 years and will serve as the Prime Minister's point person to advance Belize's interest in the sector, particularly when it comes to providing guidance and diplomatic representation on behalf of Belize in the global oil and gas markets, energy security, and foreign direct investment in the sector. According to Prime Minister John Briceño, the position is unpaid. At Friday's House meeting, Honorable Lee Mark Chang, the chairman of the Joint Public Accounts Committee, moved the adoption of their report on a government audit. That's not happened for some time, and members on the government side hailed the positive working relationship among members of the current JPAC. Tabled alongside the report on the 2015 to 2016 audit was a minority report from the then opposition members on the 2012 to 2013 audit that was never adopted. The recommendations in that report are similar to the ones on the 2015 to 2016 report. We hear from former PAC Chairman Julius Espat, the leader of the opposition, and PAC member Kareem Musa.
Madam Speaker, the Public Accounts Committee needs, they need help, they need resources. Why is it that we need resources? None of the members present and none of the members past are experts in how to handle the oversight mechanisms, and therefore from time to time the PAC will need to access professionals that can come in to work along with us to be able to better the way that we run our government. The PAC along with the ministry, we want to modernize the way our accounting system works, and it will take some time, it will take some investment. One of the proposals that we are making is for the Ministry of Finance to seek and provide necessary financing for the PAC to work properly. I must say that the relationship that we have presently in the Joint Public Accounts Committee, when working along with our brethren over there from government, and when working along with the senators that are present in the Public Accounts Committee, it is a pleasure to be a part of the committee. The working relationship is a positive one.
I think what is more important is that we are able to get timely audited financial reports from the entities that are responsible to provide these reports. We're now in a 10-year deficit. There has been not a single financial statement or audited financial statement of the present administration, Madam Speaker, and I will tell you, and my colleagues on the government side can also share, that we went through an intensive analysis and assessment of where we were in terms of our financial system that is severely broken. Where we have the Accountant General and the Auditor General, even though they have laws to comply with, simply don't comply because the information that they are receiving from the various ministries and departments are grossly inadequate.
We on this side of the House are extremely appreciative of the concerted bipartisan effort that has been made in relation to this report. It's not often we get to this stage where you see a Public Accounts Committee or a joint Public Accounts Committee come forward to table the Auditor General's report. And so I want to congratulate the Chair on his efficiency in convening meetings, because we did have a deadline to meet. And so I acknowledge your efforts, Chair, and the members on that side of the House. There are recommendations, critical pieces of information in this report, recommendations and action points that I believe our administration will now have to address moving forward in getting the necessary resources to the appropriate authorities to ensure that we continue along this excellent path that we have started of transparency and accountability.
After the break, Humane Societies nationwide call on authorities to act following death of another horse. Stay with us.
When Shell V-Power flows through your engine, confidence flows through you. Choose the fuel that 100% cleans critical engine parts and keeps your engine performing like new.
Driving around, particularly during this holiday season, can be quite an experience. Families are out shopping and the streets are buzzing with excitement. It reminds me that this season is all about connections, and it starts with how we treat each other, even on the road. When I'm behind the wheel, I always remind myself that being on the road is more than just following the rules. It's about looking out for each other and making sure we all get home safely to our families. This season, let's continue to be alert and be kind on the road. Be courteous, give way, and stay safe. A message from BEL.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
Need to submit your sickness benefit claim online and have a physical medical certificate? Here's how you can do it. First, go to ssbportal.org.bz and log into your My Social Security account. Next, on your dashboard, click Benefits and choose Forms. Review the requirements, then click Continue to proceed. Click Apply under Sickness Benefit to start your claim. Review and confirm your banking information. If it is not correct, select No and follow the steps to update your banking details. If your banking information is correct, select Yes. Next, if your illness is not related to an injury at work, select No and proceed to upload your medical certificate. Select your claim period and confirm your employer details. Read the declarations and click each to agree. Click Submit and you're done. A confirmation email will be sent to you. Your employer will also receive an email with your claim details and a request for your salary information. If needed, submit your sickness benefit claim online and receive real-time status updates.
Sir, your item is ready for viewing.
Is that all?
This is everything.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Bomb City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, I'm saying I help right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
Belize, it's that time again. GST free weekends are back on December 6th, 7th, 20th, and 21st. Just in time for big savings for Christmas. On these weekends, most local retail goods will be GST free at checkout. That includes frequently bought standard rated goods such as furniture, appliances, electronics, clothing and footwear, Christmas decorations, curtains, rugs, Marley, toys, and grocery items like seasonings, mixed essences, mixed fruits, and soft drinks. Everything you need to make your December more affordable. And good news for the holiday cooks. Picnic shoulder ham, smoked ham leg, and imported turkey are 0 rated all December long. And before you leave the store, always take a quick look at your receipt. You should see the GST removed or discounted automatically. So that means more savings and more room in your Christmas budget. So Belize, let's shop smart this Christmas season. December 6th, 7th, 20th, and 21st, GST free weekends, brought to you by Belize Tax Services.
Having not met since 2 House meetings ago, the Senate convened today and considered the $69 million loan from the Caribbean Development Bank for the upgrade of 50 miles of road from Belize City to Hattieville. The project, expected to conclude in April 2026, incorporates 2 bridges. It also includes raising road elevation at key locations, improving the geometry of the road to international standards, and improving drainage and safety. However, the lead opposition Senator Patrick Faber criticized the lack of details provided for the project.
So I would want to see the details. We would want to see what is costing us so much. And I'm hoping again, Madam President, that the job is being done right. That this project includes the kinds of drains that they're building now in Ladyville, because for years they wasted money there, including a whole hot mix session under this administration right after the election that is broken up, or that the road floods in Ladyville again because the proper drains were not put in. I'm very happy to see that being done, and I'm hoping that that is the kind of thing that will be done all the way from the Large Ridge Cemetery. The drains need to be cemented on both sides of the road. The road needs to be widened. I have to guess what will happen because I don't have the details. I'm hoping that that is the kind of work that will happen. Otherwise, Madam President, if they are shortchanging the system again, if this is just something to give one of their cronies something, and the job will not be done properly, then we are going to be back here once again, because this is not the first time that we've heard these stories about Belize City to Belmopan.
Business Senator Kevin Herrera likewise called out the lack of details for the infrastructure project.
The administration, for the government to ask support for a loan motion such as this, that you'd expect that more information would have been provided. That information was not provided. For example, Madam President, you talk about improved drainage. What does that mean? Does it mean drains on either side of the highway? Does it mean concrete drains? What does it mean? And so you look at the increased price tag per mile, and you see these types of wordings like I said, improve drain, increase the road elevation. What does that mean? Does that mean a couple of inches, a couple of feet? What does that mean? And do these improvements justify the cost? If you look at, and let me get at the cost per mile. If you take the cost per mile, so we're looking at 14.9 miles of road, Madam President, that is being proposed to be built. At $69 million Belize dollars, that works out to about 4.6 million Belize dollars per mile, which is, in my view, and from what I've seen come to the Senate before, this is the highest per mile of road construction I've seen to date. Now, I know that the leader of the government business said that there are 2 bridges included in here. In motion has 1, but he said that there's 2 bridges in here. If you add the $17 million to the $69 million, Madam President, you come up to $86 million. At $86 million, then the cost per mile of this highway goes up further to $5.7 million per mile. I believe the highest I've seen come to the Senate before was $2 or $3 million per mile, and so this seems pretty significant in terms of the increased cost per mile of this highway. Again, it may well justify the cost, Madam President. All I'm saying is that with the absence of the information to really verify that it makes sense, it's difficult for us in the Senate to say, you know what, this looks reasonable.
The Attorney General, Anthony Sylvester Jr., has reported that the Elections and Boundaries Commission has sought his ministry's advice on whether constitutional amendments they believe are needed ahead of a redistricting exercise are indeed necessary. The government has committed to get the redistricting done in 2026.
The government had given a commitment in early March that it would proceed to ensure that the redistricting exercise is concluded. Notwithstanding the cases before the court, the government has given an obligation, and so it is working towards that. So the Elections and Boundaries Commission we were written to, so I would have written to the commission inquiring the status of that where they were with respect to the redistricting exercise, and coming out of that, they indicate that they have met several times and they have asked us to give advice because they're in their opinion that there are a number of constitutional amendments that they need to be done. So we have we're looking at those proposals and we'll be providing advice to them with respect to whether those constitutional amendments indeed are required and necessary, and those essentially result with the fact that the interpretation of what it means to be a voter or an elector. Does it mean you have to actually be registered, or you just have to have the requirement, the eligibility? So those are some of the things that I've been looking at, but certainly, in the new year, we're hoping that we'll be able to move that along and give effect to the commitment to be given by the government.
In terms of the legal fees that Jerry Enriquez is seeking disclosure for, why not simply disclose as the Ombudsman has recommended and redact private information?
So that's also a very good question. But so as you may be aware, so under the FOIA, the Freedom of Information Act, there are certain provisions which are allowed for exemption of disclosure. So we take a legal issue with respect to the request, and that was explained to Mr. Enriquez. The Ombudsman, he took a different view. Now I wish to make it very clear and highlight it here. So as part of the Freedom of Information process, any party, whether it be the ministry or the department who's requested to disclose information, or the applicant, they can challenge the decision of the Ombudsman. I know it had been said and it was put out there, oh, but why is the state challenging the Ombudsman and this is untoward? No, this is part of the legal framework. And so the state actually is simply saying, taking the matter to the High Court, because you may not be aware, but this is a legislation that was enacted in 1994. And there's not much judicial guidance as it relates to these various provisions. So we're hoping coming out of that, the court will give guidance in Belize locally, and that will help all parties, the government, and citizens who may wish to utilize the provisions of the act.
So if the court mandates you to disclose, then you will.
Then we have to.
On Saturday night, as the Belize City Christmas Parade was making its way onto Albert Street in downtown Belize City, there was a commotion as police officers were seen detaining several young men on the sidewalk. Rumors quickly spread that one of the young men was in possession of a firearm. On Monday, ASP Stacy Smith clarified that no firearm was recovered. However, one of the young men had a knife.
In relation to the incident that unfolded near the ending of the Christmas parade on Saturday, what I have been advised is that some report was made that a male person approached a group of individuals brandishing a firearm, and that created a disturbance, and police officers that were in the area responded, and they were too advised by a person from the police control room. A number of persons were detained in relation to this, and interviews were conducted on them with a view to establishing what in fact occurred in that incident.
Humane societies and animal volunteer groups across the country on Monday issued an impassioned press release pleading with relevant authorities to act following the death of another horse in Belize City. The release was endorsed by animal welfare groups in Corozal, Sarteneja, Orange Walk, Punta Gorda, Belize City, and San Ignacio. The groups say they have repeatedly reported cases of abuse and called for existing animal abuse laws to be enforced, even offering collaboration, but lamented that there continues to be lack of accountability, investigation, and enforcement. The group said such inaction has emboldened abuse and cruelty. The release laments, quote, "Once again we find ourselves mourning abused, neglected, and abandoned animals left to suffer in plain sight. These animals show signs of prolonged neglect, lack of proper nutrition, absence of veterinary care, dehydration, exhaustion, and visible trauma. When they can no longer endure the suffering, they are abandoned like trash." Despite repeated public outcry and multiple attempts by our organizations to engage peacefully and constructively with relevant authorities, including representatives of city and town councils and the Belize Tourism Board, the outcome has been the same: promises made, commitments implied, and no meaningful action taken, end quote. After the break, Bella now focusing on community outreach following return from Thailand and seeks to launch a mentorship program for boys. Stay tuned.
This holiday season, stay connected across borders with Smart's Mexico and now USA roaming bundles. Available now through December 31st. Enjoy 4,096 megabytes of roaming data for only $27 or other packages for as low as $8. Staying home for the holidays? Sign up for a postpaid plan and get a Samsung A16 for as low as $190 or Samsung A26 for $315, or pick up devices without a plan starting at $100 for our GST weekend special. And this December, text to win. Simply text WIN to 438 for your chance to win big. Each entry is just $1 of prepaid credit. More entries mean more chances to win daily prizes like fuel vouchers, groceries, and more, leading to our big giveaway week, December 15th to 24th. We're giving away amazing prizes like fridge, TV, stove. And on December 24th, the grand prize of $5,000 will be announced. These deals won't last long, so make the smart switch today. Travel more, share more, and save more with Smart. Smart, bringing people together.
One of the reasons I applied for a credit card at Atlantic Bank was because I travel a lot. I'm always going here and there and everywhere, and having that card made my life so much easier. I could literally charge everything. I had no issues. I don't have to worry about carrying money, and that has been one of the most effective points. Using my Atlantic Bank credit card has improved my life drastically. I learned to budget properly, the online service that it gives, the features that it has, and also knowing that when I'm shopping online, it has a protective feature for it. having an Atlantic Bank credit card, especially having two sons that are always wanting something. They want to shop here and they want to shop there. The good part about it is I get to look at Atlantic online to see where my spending is and to make sure I'm staying in budget.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
It's an massive season with massive deals and rewards at Penny's. From now through December 31st, earn double B-Bucks on store-wide purchasing every Saturday. That's right, 2 times the B-Bucks, which means 2 times the cash back when shopping at Penny's. Plus, get even more rewards with B-Bucks Builders on home goods, tiles, appliances, paints, and lights. And don't forget, there's also massive deals and discounts on tiles and the best brands in paints like Benjamin Moore and BH. Rewards, deals, B-Bucks. You can get it all this massive season only at Penny's. Quality and savings.
Need to submit your sickness benefit claim online and have a physical medical certificate? Here's how you can do it. First, go to ssbportal.org.bz and log into your My Social Security account. Next, on your dashboard, click Benefits and choose Forms. Review the requirements, then click Continue to proceed. Click Apply under Sickness Benefit to start your claim. Review and confirm your banking information. If it is not correct, select No and follow the steps to update your banking details. If your banking information is correct, select Yes. Next, if your illness is not related to an injury at work, select No and proceed to upload your medical certificate. Select your claim period and confirm your employer details. Read the declarations and click each to agree. Click Submit and you're done. A confirmation email will be sent to you. Your employer will also receive an email with your claim details and a request for your salary information. If needed, submit your sickness benefit claim online and receive real-time status updates.
We officially present an ATV to the Belize Police Department, enabling officers to conduct more frequent, efficient, and effective patrols throughout the Corozal Free Zone and the border area. In addition, we are providing a house to serve as a headquarters for the Belize Defense Force personnel stationed here.
We have seen the risks to businesses, to officers, and to ordinary citizens. And these are not simple issues. They are real worries for the people who work and invest in the free zone.
Outside of providing over 2,000 Belizeans jobs and impacting the lives of more than 5,000 people, the Corozal Free Zone has been one of our main foreign currency generators for Belize. In recent times, the region has been plagued with the plight of transnational organized crime. The Ministry of Defense and the Ministry of Home Affairs with the Free Zone will work together to keep the Free Zone and this northern border region a safe space.
The ATV will be utilized to patrol the outer perimeter of the Free Zone area and to respond to incidents within the Free Zone. It's a welcome and important donation for us. Previously we had no mobility within the Free Zone, but now this mobility will assist us greatly.
This collaboration model is exactly how we envision a safer, stronger, and more secure border. One supported by more police officers and more BDF personnel to enhance the inter-agents cooperation.
As I look around today, I see a team determined that this border will not be defined by these breaches, but by the strength of the partnership that protects it. So on behalf of the Ministry of Home Affairs and Enterprise, I pledge that we will continue to support you, to invest in you, and to stand with you in defending Belize's sovereignty.
This a creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. From the border to the boulevard, physical fit. On to my agony, strength in a it. Big up the farmer champions, them we do it. But who will take the crown in a 2026? This a creme New Year's Day cycling classic. Straight to Belize from the northern district. To win this race, a happy cyclist dream. They make them boast, them take the sugar and cream. This a creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream. Creme New Year's Day cycling classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream.
It's the Creme New Year's Day Cycling Classic. All top-class riders hit the pavement for the start of the cycling calendar. Thursday, January 1st, it's the Creme New Year's Day Cycling Classic.
This a Creme New Year's Day Cycling Classic. The sugar and the cream, the sugar and the cream, 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 cream.
The rainforest of Belize. Nature in her most abundant and untamed state. A place of amazing wonder. So we bottled it with passion. The alchemy of pure rainwater. Fresh pressed heirloom sugarcane grown in this rich soil. Distilled by local artisans. Always in harmony with nature. Organically certified, sustainably committed, deeded to a trust that supports the communities of southern Belize. This is the relentless pursuit of craft without compromise. And now we share this part of the world with the world and you. We are Kopali Rum, the spirit of the rainforest.
Miss Universe Belize 2025, Isabella Zabané, returned to Belize on Saturday after representing Belize for weeks at Miss Universe in Thailand. Bella was hoping to give Belize its second placement at Miss Universe, following in the footsteps of esteemed beauty ambassador Sarita Acosta, who made top 10 in 1979. While Bella was not called in the top 30, she returned to Belize eager on completing her national reign with a focus on community events, beginning with a Christmas initiative.
This season, I'm hosting a Feeding Families drive, collecting money and or hands for 100 families in need, and we are halfway to our goal, and I'm incredibly grateful for the generosity of the public in helping me with this. In January, I will be hosting 2 confidence camps. Full details will be released soon, and additionally, I'll be continuing Project Royalty's Letters of Encouragement drive. We'll be inviting women to submit letters uplifting young women as they step into the new year. On January 31st, I will be walking in the Bia Bikinis fashion show in Keycrocker, and the entire month of February will be dedicated to a second national tour. I invite schools, organizations, and communities to reach out to the Miss Universe Belize organization at mubelizeinfo@gmail.com to schedule my visit with you. I'm very excited about this. I want this tour to be about presence, listening, and accessibility. In March, I will be hosting a March for Moms, raising funds for single mothers and for Project Royalty, and these efforts will support our Single Mothers Banquet in May, something I'm very excited to continue doing. It'll be held in honor of Mother's Day. And we're also going to be hosting our annual free prom dress event, which is something that I've been doing the last 6 years. And I encourage donations to support this initiative. So you can reach out to me personally or the Project Royalty Facebook page for that. If you feel led to give financially or have gowns collecting dust in your closet, we would love to take them off your hands and give them a second chance at life.
Following her return to Belize, Miss Universe Belize 2025, Isabella Zabané held a press conference in Belize City. One of the topics that Bella touched on was the recent rise in crimes against women. Bella said that there must be a change in culture for there to be a true shift in the behavior of men who abuse women. She revealed that she will launch a mentorship program for boys in the summer to help start that shift.
Belize is hurting, and in recent weeks we've witnessed multiple cases of rape, domestic violence, and abuse against women. It is heartbreaking, it is wrong, and it cannot be normalized. I acknowledge the government's swift actions in addressing these cases, but the responsibility is bigger than policy. Laws can punish, but only culture can prevent. We must confront toxic masculinity. We must teach our boys empathy, respect, emotional intelligence, and accountability. And we must remind our girls their safety, their bodies, and their voices are non-negotiable. We need the men of Belize. We need you. We need you to protect, not to intimidate. We need you to lead with integrity, not fear. We need to hold each other accountable and to recognize that strength is not control, strength is self-control. I'm committed to tangible action because ending violence against women starts with the education of our men. And to that effect, in June, I look forward to launching a mentorship program for boys, connecting them with men in positive male roles so that we can have role models who can guide, support, and inspire them. Our women need to be celebrated, not beat. Our children need to be safe, not scared. And our society needs to learn the lesson of showing up for the greater good of all, not just one.
The Ministry of Disaster Risk Management through the National Fire Service has started specialized training focusing on fires involving electric vehicles. The training is being conducted in collaboration with the Belize City Council, which operates 2 electric buses, Westline, which has the contract to operate another set of e-buses from the government, Caribbean Motors, and the Department of Transport. In country is Dirk Stolhorst, a representative from the Netherlands-based company named Fire Isolator. He is leading the hands-on training with firefighters from around the country. The UNDP, which secured the electric buses for Belize, coordinated the consultancy and provided specialized fire isolator blankets. These are designed for high-intensity fires, especially those which involve lithium-ion batteries. The UNDP has also provided EV disabling equipment and 6 thermal imagers which allow firefighters to detect and measure heat in an area. The equipment and training for 4 fire stations is valued $37,000. Additional resources are to follow for other stations. The ministry says the initiative will support Belize's electric bus pilot project and strengthens safety for commuters. In police news, a 16-year-old male from Ladyville, Belize District has been charged with robbery. The minor is accused of being involved in 2 robberies in Ladyville on December 10 around 1 p.m. ASP Stacy Smith said that police are seeking 2 other males in connection with the incidents.
On Friday, 12 December 2025, investigators in Ladyville formally arrested and charged a 16-year-old minor for the crime of robbery. This arrest follows police investigation into an incident that occurred on Wednesday, 10 December 2025 at approximately 1:05 p.m. The report that was made to police is that a group of 3 male persons were observed accosting another individual, and they later went into a building and accosted 2 more individuals where they stole from them a number of items, and at the time they had in their possession a firearm. Police responded and they were able to apprehend one of the 3 male persons, namely the minor, and on his persons they recovered proceeds of that robbery. Police are seeking 2 additional male persons in relation to this incident.
And on Sunday, Belize's under-15 national girls volleyball team defeated the hometown Nicaragua to clinch the bronze medal in the 2nd girls under-15 Central American Volleyball Invitational. On Saturday, Belize defeated El Salvador 3-0 to advance to the bronze medal game, where they got a chance to get revenge on the host nation. During group play on Friday, Nicaragua narrowly defeated Belize 3-2. However, on Sunday, Belize won 3-0 to earn the bronze medal. Honduras captured gold and Guatemala captured silver. Belizean Miley Armstrong was named the best libero and best defense at the end of the competition. The Aquatic Sports Association of Trinidad and Tobago this past weekend held an invitational event where Belize was represented by 16-year-old Davia Richardson and the 15 and over group. Davia has represented Belize in aquatics competitions all over the world. This past weekend, Davia emerged as the highest overall point scorer in the female category of her group. She claimed first place overall in 200-meter freestyle, 400-meter freestyle, 50-meter breaststroke, and 100-meter breaststroke. Davia also claimed second place overall in 50-meter butterfly and 100-meter butterfly, and third place overall in 100-meter freestyle. And with that, we've come to the end of our newscast. The repeats can be viewed on this station later tonight at 9 and again tomorrow at midday. Join us again tomorrow for another edition of the news. And remember, you can always catch up with the day's top stories on our YouTube channel and Facebook page under XTV Belize. And you can watch the evening news live on our XTV BHNI app. I am Drea Espinosa. Have a safe and enjoyable evening.